How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope everybody's having an incredible day today.
Absolutely brilliant day today. Guys, today's video we're going to be talking about record keepers.
Record keepers, and we're not talking about your old vinyl collection, as if any of you are old enough to remember vinyls like us.
The old finals. Yeah. So guys, listen, today's video, as I say, it's a record keeper. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with record keepers. You've got them at home in your crystal collection or not. So just going to share our knowledge on to them. Now, basically the metaphysical, as you know, our slant here, we talk about the metaphysical and our own personal experiences. So we're not trying to ridicule anybody, we're just putting our slant out, our opinion on it. Now, record keepers are commonly known in the metaphysical, in the crystal fraternity, if you want to use that term. It's believed that they're actually just like the Lemurian crystals with the striations going up. The record keepers are a triangle. It's usually on the face, mainly on quartz. Now you can get them on various other crystals.
Sometimes I see them on rubies as well, but they're not actually the true record keepers. You sometimes see them as little inverted ones actually in little rubies.
That's more to do with the structure of the crystal itself. But usually when you find them in the quartz and things like that, because it's not the same dimensions of the quartz, and there's something else happening within the crystal. Now what they're saying is that these triangles, now there's two different types of triangles. There's the triangle that would be pointing upward, and which is the more common. Now it's still uncommon, but it's probably the most common slightly raised triangle, and that would be the record keepers that we're all associating. There's also the trigonic triangle record keeper, and it's actually reversed around. In other words, the point is going down towards the base of the crystal, and it's also usually inverted. In other words, it's actually hollow. You can actually see
it? Yeah, it's actually sort of sunken into the crystal.
You know, you've got those records, I was like.
I have, yeah. Well, the amazing thing about record keepers as well is that you think you just go and get a crystal and it will have them on, which is sometimes often the case, and sometimes it'll actually mention it has a record keeper in. But we have had crystals that we have had for many, many years, and we know them inside and outside. And suddenly, out of the blue, record keepers will just appear on the surface of the crystal on the face, and you know that there definitely wasn't there before. And that's always quite remarkable. It just proves that the crystal is always changing, forever growing, even when it's come from the ground. Now this big boy here, absolutely gorgeous crystal. It's a wounded healer. It's been chipped at the end. I've had it for many, many years, and I've always known this crystal inside out. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, I went to get the crystal out again. I thought I'm going to work with this. I felt drawn to use it. And I happened to glance down, and on the surface of it, on the face, the largest face, huge, big, triangular, pyramid-shaped record keepers are coming out, absolutely amazing, packed to the gills. Now, it would have been impossible for me not to have seen this before, so believe me, I hadn't not seen it, and it just appeared. Now, it appeared at the time, obviously the right time for me to work with this crystal, because when I bought it many years ago, although I loved it, I tend to put it in my crystal collection, as we all tend to do. And then 2 weeks ago, I just thought, you know, that crystal, I have to work with it. And I got it out, and then I noticed the record keepers on it, and so they're so huge, I would definitely, I've noticed them before. So they appear sometimes out of the blue on your crystals you've had for many years, and you know it's the right time for you to work with that crystal.
As well. Yeah, like a friend of ours, we were looking for a crystal for a friend, Austin Scudo Camper, here on YouTube. And basically, I went to my crystals and said, okay, which one of you is, those of you are in the crystal, you know what I'm talking about. I said, okay, which one of you wants to go to Austin to help next stage of his journey and to share the energy? And one in particular caught my eye. Now, I've worked with that crystal probably 5 years, and when I say work with it and talking about, I know it, like Lynn says, it's intimately. You're working with your hand, or you're constantly turning. Like this one here, which once again is my personal crystal, working with it for years, so I know every turn on it. I actually constantly work with it, holding it, rubbing the faces off it, and that crystal was similar. So I knew it. So whenever I picked it up and I give it a clean and a blessing and things like that and getting it ready, and I wanted to do a wee video, and I noticed my fingers, it was like a cheese grater effect on the face of it, and all the wee crystal points had started growing on it. Under the loop, I noticed then there was a load of record keepers on it. So it was a special crystal wanting to go to a special person. Now, this is where it comes into the metaphysical. What the metaphysical people are saying about the record keepers is coming from the like of Lemuria or Atlantis or other civilizations, other people in different planetary systems came and they installed knowledge within the crystal, and it's coming to light at certain times in the person's life. It's going to help then, once you're sitting meditating with it, once you're sitting holding and caressing actually the record, this triangle, you're starting to meditate, you're starting to tune in, you'll unlock higher state of consciousness and tap into a higher state of awareness and knowledge. Now, we can't say that's for sure, but let me tell you, working with them, there is usually coming at a certain time in their life.
They do, yeah, they magically appear. Either a crystal will be given to you where the record keepers aren't, or the record keepers will suddenly appear on the crystal you've had for many years at the right time, and it's the right time for you to work with the crystal. Same as what happened with this boy here.
So if you've got a record keeper, and you should get yourselves a wee loop, if you have crystals at home anyway, get yourself a wee loop, wee magnifying glass type thing, a wee jeweller's loop, and have a look at across the faces of your quartzes, and have a look and see if you can see any of the wee raised triangles. And if you haven't, don't worry about it, but it will come into your life, and if you happen to get one, work with it. Sit and work you through the new stage of your life, and say genuinely, we think they're fantastic.
They're lovely. They're lovely to sit to meditate with, and rubbing your fingers or your thumb. I find rubbing the thumb over the triangles is wonderful.
Big rainbow inside that.
And there's a lovely big rainbow in this one too. It's even more of a bonus. Yeah.
Full of life. So guys, there you go. There's a wee introduction into record keepers, and as I tell you, is it from Atlantis and Lemuria, the ancient ones installing the knowledge? Who knows? But let me tell you, when you're working with a crystal energy, it's something magical happens, so why not?
Absolutely.
And how we look out for them. And guys, thank you so much for your time and watching this video.
Absolutely.
Guys, listen, if you're not familiar with it, we've got a wee Etsy store. I'll put the links down below where we're selling crystals and things like that. We have none with record keepers, I don't think so anyway.
We haven't, no, not yet. But if we find any, we'll put some on, definitely.
So this is not a hard sell, but just in case you happen to get a race pass, have a wee look, there might be something there for you, as I said, we'd appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel for weekly updates on videos and other mind, body and spirit issues. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and know that we're sending you our love from Ireland.
Absolutely. Send you loads and loads of love and happiness as always from Ireland, and until the next video, bye.
See you later guys, take it easy.